Hi there, I'm DeDe, and in this 30-minute session, we'll do seated exercises with the addition of a compliant or soft, squishy surface. That's going to recruit more core stabilization, it's going to help us develop better balance, and it's going to make our session a little more challenging. You also have the option of not using the compliant surface. You'll also need a sturdy armless chair, some athletic shoes, plenty of room around your chair, and some water for hydration. So if you're going to use the compliant surface, fold up 2 bath-sized towels so they fit all around the seat of your chair. Now if you sit down on there and your feet don't touch the ground, then that's too much height, and you need to back off to just 1 folded bath towel. And then sit down and see how that works. Your feet need to touch the ground, so if that doesn't allow your feet to touch the ground, then skip the compliant surface altogether, or you can put a thin cushion there. If you have a padded seat on your chair, that might be all the compliant surface that you need. All right, come and join me in a seated position. Try on your compliant surface right now. Make sure your feet can reach all the way down to the floor easily. Remember to do only what feels right for you, and if it doesn't feel right for you, whatever I'm suggesting, skip it or take one of my options. All right, so we'll take our feet flat down so they're even and straight, knees over ankles, ears, shoulders, and hips all in one line, and take your arms down. Now let's roll the shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down. 2 more. Now 1 shoulder at a time, lift and lower, right and left. So you may already begin to feel that the seat underneath you is a little more squishy, and you have to exercise a little bit more control and balance. Now both shoulders forward and back. They're forward, they're back. Forward and back. Feel what's happening in your upper body, your arms and your torso. Now we slow this down. We inhale, take the arms back, and exhale the arms forward. Again. Make it bigger if you can, further back and further forward. So just a reminder, our core is everything except our head, our arms, and our legs. So it's our entire torso. Two more like this. Open up your chest. And then stretch across your back. 1 more. All right, now we take the hands on the legs. Inhale, you're straight and tall through your spine. Exhale, tip forward. Again. So we maintain this even though we're forward. Now we take the left hand down the right shin. It's a little bit of a twist, and then we switch. One more time. Now, both hands, tip forward and hold, and stay here. Take some deep breaths. Feel your back muscles working a little bit. Make your hands lighter on your legs, so they're giving you a little bit less support. See how that feels. Make sure your feet are in a good position to support your body weight. All right, now we're coming up. Let's alternate our heel, lifting right, lifting left, right, left. Warming up through our ankles, our feet, our calf muscles. Rocking a little bit from side to side with the torso. Now we go quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Now you can hold the chair. You can have your hands on your legs. Or right now you can let your arms hang down. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. I don't know about you, but I can feel my waist muscles switching on. Are you maintaining your straight spine? You're still reaching the crown of your head up, away from the seat of your chair. All right, now come back to the center. Tap your right toes and your left toes. Let's do the same thing with our hands. Keep your heel of your hand and the heel of your foot anchored, and lift the fingers and the toes. Warming up a little bit through our wrists and forearms as well as our shins. Now quick, quick, slow with this. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. 2 more. All right, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Now, we take the feet wider apart. We have the hands on the legs. Inhale, exhale, forward and twist. Come back to the center and switch. So remember, everything that we do, if you're using this compliant surface under your hips, requires a little bit more balance and a little bit more stabilization through the core and the hips, through the legs. So we're getting a little bit of extra intensity. Two more twists. All right, now we sit up and we hold on to the chair at first. Let's tap in, out, in, and pause with the right foot. In, out, in, and pause. Out, out, and pause. In with the left, out with the left. Again, right. Pause, pause, pause. Just alternating sides. Warming up through our hips. And we're holding on to the chair, but if you don't need to, how about if you just put your hands, whoops, put your hands on your legs. See how that feels. In, out, in, out, in, out. Now how about both hands on the same leg? So this requires a little bit of rotation through our torso. A little bit more stability. A little bit of agility. One more time with the left. Now hold it out wide. We're going to keep our wide stance. Hold on to the chair and turn sideways. Now remember, if you're using the compliant surface, this may feel a little different than it usually does if you do this with me regularly. 90 degrees here with this knee, 90 degrees with this knee. Now the pelvic rocking forward and back. Tuck the hips under and then relax. Tuck under, relax. 4 more. 3, 2, and then stop. All right, let's turn. Be extra careful here. Take extra time if you need it to come around. Hold on as much as you need to. Find your 90 degrees with both of your knees, and then the pelvis rocking forward and back. Keep lifting the crown of your head up. How about 2 more? And then we'll come to the center. So you should feel fairly warmed up. Shoulders, arms, torso, legs, ankles, feet. Let's circle around through our wrists and open and close our fingers. Now 1 arm forward, 1 arm back, and then switch. Keep your palm turned in and feel free to keep your elbows more bent. That's fine too. Hold on to the chair. Let's tap the right and left heel forward. Right and left. Now let's add the opposite arm up and then switch. Now how about the arms that we just finished doing? This one. So 1 arm goes back. Make sure you plant your heel down so you have a little extra stability, and then if it feels okay, turn your face, turn your chest. So now we're really challenging our balance. Turning the head challenges balance. Picking up your foot challenges balance. Turning your torso while your legs and arms are in motion, that challenges balance. And of course, our compliant surface, if you're using that. At any point, if you don't want to turn your head, you don't want to move your arms, you can just take one of the options that we did earlier. 2 more. Now, no arms face front, just the legs. Let's go out, in, out, and pause, and then reverse it, in, out, in, and switch. Let's try it with this leg. Heel, toe, heel, and then reverse, toe, heel, and switch. Ready to go a little bit faster? Let's do it on the right. Heel, toe, heel, switch. Pause and switch. All right, so if you feel like you have that foot pattern, let's try adding 1 arm. So it'll be the opposite arm. So we go out, bend, out, switch. And switch. How about both arms? 1, 2, pause. 1, 2, switch. Remember, holding the chair is always okay too. You can hold with one hand and move the other arm. Now, if you're okay with this, how about arms up a little higher? Up, down, down, switch. Last time. All right, let's stop right here. Take your hands on your legs or your forearms on your legs. Hinge forward, hold here. Just a little break. Make sure your feet are far enough forward to support you. All right, let's come back up, push with your hands. Now we're going to tap out and in and switch. How about if we reach the opposite arm out? And we'll start to straighten the knee a little bit more. So the knee's a little straighter and you're pointing your toe as you reach your arm. How about the arm goes a little higher? How does that feel? Can we do 2 on each side? Let's try that. 1 and 2 and switch. Now we're not going to take any chances, but we're going to try to lean a little bit with our torso. You're still holding on with one hand. Does it feel okay to lean? Does it feel okay to lean a little bit further? Remember, your leg is counterbalancing your arm and your torso, and you're holding on with that hand. Can we go faster? Not so much leaning. And we switch. 1 and 2 and switch. Last one. And then we come down. Once again, feet are forward, hinge forward, forearms or hands, rest. All right, now we'll do something that's optional. We'll do some sit to stands. That means you're sitting, and then you unload your hips from the chair and you stand up. Now, as I said, this is totally optional. Here's your option. Just take some of the weight off of your hips and then make them heavy again. So hands can be on your legs. Starting with the feet in line with your hip joints. If you need a chair to grab onto or a wall or a countertop to hold onto once you're standing, get that for yourself right now. All right, so let me show you one more time. We're loading the feet, unloading the hips. Now join me. Up, stand, down. Dig your heels in. Use your hip muscles at the top. Now, if you feel like your chair is moving, that is not good. You don't want that to happen. So if you need to, you can take a look for the chair. You can even grab the chair with your hands. It's best to have a chair that does not move around for obvious reasons. So remember, at the top, your pelvis is over your ankles. In other words, try not to stop when you get here. You got to go all the way up. Now we stay seated. And we stagger the feet, so the left foot is slightly further forward than the right. Not extremely further forward, just slightly. Okay, ready? Same thing. We stand up and sit down. Stand up and sit down. So we want to take all the fold out of the front of our hips at the top. So you might be noticing the foot that's closer to you, that leg is working a little harder. Make sure that it feels okay on your knee, both knees, but especially the side where the foot is closer to the chair. We only have one more. And then stay seated. Now reverse it. Just offset by a few inches. Reset your posture. Hands here. Remember, you don't have to stand. Here we go. Up and down. So we're building better agility, better leg strength and endurance, better balance because we've offset our feet. Now this is a very practical, a very functional move because we have to get up and sit back down throughout the day. Now stop. All right, your feet are even and straight. Now you have the option to not come up and stay up. You could stay seated. Otherwise, stand up, walk around to the back of the chair. Once you're at the back, you're holding on to it. Now you're going to stay back here so you can use both hands. I'm going to come out from behind my chair just so you can see my feet, at least at first. Feet are even and straight. Now we go up on one set of tiptoes, and then we switch. And then we switch. You got it? Switch. It doesn't matter which foot you're on, just switch every time. Feel the stretch across your toes. Now, if you're open to do it, let's try both heels up and down, up and down. Now, a couple things to think about here. If your head is forward, you're going to fall forward and you're going to lean a lot of weight on your hands. So we don't want to do that. Ears back. Try not to go forward and back. Go up and down. Now we go up and hold for just a bit. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Can you do it with only one hand? Make sure it's okay. And down. How about the other hand? 2, 3, and down. How about if you keep both hands right near the chair, but they're not touching it? And down. Up, 2, 3, 2 more. Only do the no hands if you feel really confident, really comfortable. Only one more now. All right, and then stop. Now we step one foot way back. So I'm going to step over here. Pretend like I have a chair. Step one foot way back, push the heel down, and then bend your front knee until you feel a suitable stretch in your back calf. Settle your shoulders, lift your chest up. Hold it here and keep breathing. Now your back heel needs to stay down. So if you're bending your front knee too much, it's going to make that impossible. So don't bend your front knee too much. Keep settling your shoulders. All right, let's step up and we switch. Step back, sink your heel down, and then adjust it by bending your front knee more or less. That feels good, especially after all those heel raises that we just finished doing. All right, and then we step up. Now join me, we're coming around to the side of the chair and we're sitting down. So if you were seated the whole time, turn and face sideways. Now we slide toward the front edge, we hold on to the chair, and we return to our seated lunge, but this time we'll straighten the back leg out more since we're very warmed up now in our hip flexors and our quadriceps. Lift the crown of your head up, pull your front ribs in, and then take your hand that's closest to me and bring it to the outside of your knee and look back toward the back of your chair. Stay here. Make sure your compliant surface, if you're using it, is still stacked up neatly right in the center of the seat of your chair. All right, then we release that, and keeping a somewhat wide stance now, let's turn around, go slow. Seated lunge, back leg straighter. Front ribs pulled in, back of the neck is long, ears are over the shoulders. Now your hand that's closest to me comes across, and you look toward the back of the chair. All right, let's release that. And we're facing forward, still maintaining our somewhat wide stance. A little wider than the shoulders. Hands on the legs. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, we'll come over to this side in a side bend. We'll hold here. Now you can look forward, you can look down. You can also consider looking up, but that's a little more challenging for the neck. So only look up if it doesn't feel like too much challenge for your neck, your shoulders, and your upper back. All right, let's switch. Support with your hand. Try to keep the front of your body long, even when the side of your body is shortening. Coming back up. Let's walk the feet in closer now. Slide to the front edge of the seat of your chair. Make sure your compliant surface is stacked up evenly. Straighten one leg out, hands on your legs, tip forward. Feel that stretch down the back of your leg, your straight leg. And then on an inhale, come up, and then keep breathing as you switch legs. Flex, straight, tip forward. You can have a little bend in your knee if that helps you to tip forward better. Now inhale and press yourself up. And as you exhale, scoot back again. Ankles together, knees together. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Or if you're able to, cross your ankle over your left knee up here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward. So again, that was ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. This is a stretch for our right hip. You should feel it deep in the right hip. Some of the glute musculature there. let's come up and we'll switch. So the same two options, ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. Lift the crown of your head up and then hinge forward from your hips if you're able to. Feel free to press your knee down a little bit, but keep it sensible. You want a significant amount of stretch in your hip, but nothing painful. Remember to grab a sip of water whenever you need it. All right, we come up and we bring both feet down. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. All right, so how did that feel? Did you feel the extra recruitment of core stability, strength? Did you feel the extra recruitment of balance, even when we were seated, because of our compliant surface, if you were using that? I hope you did. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, be well.